Day 64 of Swastika 365 Days project. Today we are going to see about the mineral iron. Iron is an important mineral because it is present in almost all cells in our body. The total body iron content is about 3 to 5 grams. Iron is present in hemoglobin as well as myoglobin. Hemoglobin is the oxygen carrier protein in our blood. Myoglobin is present in muscles. About 75% of iron is present in hemoglobin and 5% in myoglobin, and 15% of iron is present in ferritin. The hemoglobin count in our body is about 14.5 grams per 100 ml of blood. In adults, 20 milligram of iron is required per day. In children, they require 20 to 30 milligrams of iron per day. In pregnancy and lactation, they require 40 milligrams per day. Placental transfer of iron from the mother to the fetus occurs during the last trimester of pregnancy. Here, the term last trimester implies that during the last 3 months of pregnancy. During the time of pregnancy, the iron is the children present in mother's womb is solely dependent on the iron reserve of the mother. In premature babies, the transplacental transfer of iron might not have taken place, so they are at high risk of iron deficiency. Sources of iron. Leafy vegetables are good sources of iron. Liver, meat, eggs, oyster, fishes like salmon, tuna contain good quality of iron. Jaggery is a good source of iron. Cooking in iron vessels will improve the iron quality and quantity in food. Milk is a very poor source of iron. Now we are going to see about the factors that are going to influence iron absorption. Phytic acid and oxalic acid in leafy vegetables will decrease iron absorption. Iron in ferric form can't be absorbed. Calcium, copper, lead and phosphates will inhibit iron absorption. Calcium present in milk will significantly reduce iron absorption. Now we are going to see what are the causes for iron deficiency. The usual Indian diet contains inhibitors of absorption of iron. Lack of absorption is also another cause of iron deficiency. Hookworm infestation, repeated pregnancies, chronic blood loss, nephrosis, lead poisoning. Now we are going to see about iron deficiency anemia. It is the most common nutritional deficiency disease. About 30% of the world population is anemic. About 85% of pregnant women suffer from anemia. Anemia results in impaired work capability. In iron deficiency is characterized by microcytic hypochromic anemia, which means that the cell size is reduced as well as the pigmentation in the red blood cells, that is the hemoglobin content, is reduced. Hemoglobin level is less than 10 gram per deciliter and ferritin level is below 12 microgram per deciliter. Now we are going to see what are the clinical manifestations of anemia. Body cells lack oxygen and patient becomes uninterested in his surroundings. Derangement in cellular respiration and all metabolic process becomes sluggish. Prolonged iron deficiency causes atrophy of gastric epithelium, leading to achlorohydria, which is in turn causes lesser absorption of iron, aggravating the anemia. Symptoms include lack of energy, shortness of breath, headache, irritability, dizziness, or weight loss. Very chronic iron deficiency anemia will lead to impaired attention, irritability, lowered memory, and poor scholastic performance. Chronic iron deficiency is manifested at koilonychias or spoon nail. The nails become spoon-like. Those at low risk of iron level includes women who are menstruating, especially if they have heavy periods, women who are pregnant or just had a baby, long distance runners, people with type of bleeding in intestines, people who frequently donate blood, people with gastrointestinal conditions like that absorb nutrients from food. Babies and young children are at high risk for low iron level if they do not get the right foods. Babies moving to solid foods should eat iron-rich foods. Infants are born with enough iron to last about 6 months after their birth, okay? And infants' extra iron needs are met by breast milk. Infants that are not breastfed should be given an iron supplement or iron fortified infant formula. Children between age 1 and 4 grow fast. This means that they use up more iron. Children in this age should be given iron fortified or foods or an iron supplement. Milk is a very poor source of iron. Children who drink large quantities of milk and avoid other foods may develop iron deficiency anemia. Recommended milk intake is 2 to 3 cups per day for toddlers. So, okay, what are the laboratory findings you find in case of iron deficiency anemia? Serum level is depressed in iron deficiency, acute and chronic infections, carcinomas, hyperthyroidism, and undernutrition. Total iron binding capacity is elevated in hypochronic anemias, acute hepatitis, and pregnancies. The level of soluble transferrin receptor level is increased in iron deficiency anemias as well as hemolytic anemias and polycythemias. Decreased values are seen in aplastic anemia and chronic renal failure. So, how do they treat this iron deficiency? We are going to see about that now. 100 milligrams of iron plus 500 micrograms of folic acid are given to pregnant, while 20 milligrams of iron plus 100 microgram of folic acid are given to children. Vitamin C is usually given along with iron tablets to convert it into ferrous form, that is ferric to ferrous form by oxidation for easier absorption. Unabsorbed iron may generate free radicals, and so it is advisable to give vitamin E along with iron. Administration of iron zinc combinations is beneficial to correct deficiency of both iron as well as calcium deficiency. Ferrous sulfate is easily absorbed and has maximum bioavailability. If that is not tolerated, then ferrous fumarate or ferrous gluconate may be tried. If that is also not tolerated, then iron polymaltose or iron glycinate may be tried. Now we are going to see about types of iron toxicity, which includes acute toxicity and hemosiderosis. In acute toxicity, more than 100 milligrams of iron taken orally may cause nausea, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. Other symptoms of iron poisoning include fatigue, anorexia, dizziness, vomiting, headache, weight loss, shortness of breath, grayish color to the skin. Now we are going to see about hemosiderosis. Iron in excess in our body is called hemosiderosis. Prussian blue reaction is positive for these pigments. It occurs in patients with repeated blood transfusions. The regulation at the level of intestine is circumvented, leading to iron overload. Thalassemia is also another major cause for repeated blood transfusions, leading in the long run. Therefore, thalassemia is also one cause for iron overload, that is iron toxicity in our body. Primary hemosiderosis. It is also called hereditary hemochromatosis. The abnormal gene is located on the short arm of chromosome number 6. In these cases, iron absorption is increased and transferrin level in serum is elevated. Excess iron deposits are seen. Treatment of hemosiderosis. Repeated phlebotomy every week till serum level and ferritin reach the normal levels. Desferroxamine, a chelating agent, forms an iron chelate with Fe3+, that is the ferric form, to form ferrous oxamine, which is excreted through urine. So, thereby the iron toxicity is treated. Iron vessels. Cooking in iron vessels increases the availability of iron. So it is also one of the causes. We saw that cooking in iron vessels is also a source of iron, but when it is in excess, it leads to toxicity. Bantu cirrhosis, it's a very important disease because of iron toxicity, because it is found especially in the African tribes of Bantu, who are more prone to hemocirrhosis because the staple diet, corn, is very low in phosphate content. Now we are going to see about hemochromatosis. Deposition of excess iron under the skin causes yellowish brown discolorations in the skin, which is a genetic disorder called hemochromatosis. The triad of cirrhosis, hemochromatosis, and diabetes are referred to as bronze diabetes. We have heard about diabetes mellitus, but this bronze diabetes is a combination of cirrhosis, hemochromatosis, and diabetes. Acquired hemochromatosis occurs in chronic alcoholics. So those who are taking alcohol regularly have hemochromatosis. Treatment consists of low iron content diet. So we are going to provide a food which is very low in iron content, iron supplements, and phlebotomy, that is removal of blood on a regular basis. Thank you.